Reeboks. And every year I gain clout and my name sprouts. Some brothers will still be virgins if crack never came out. I got the wild style, always been a foul child. My guns go boom boom and your guns go pow pow. I'm known to have a hottie open. I keep the shotty smoking. Front and get half the bones in your body broken. And when it comes to getting nookie, I'm not a rookie. I got girls that make that chick Tony Braxton look like Whoopi. I run with sturdy clicks, I'm never hitting dirty chicks. Got 35 bodies, buddy, don't make it 36. Step to this, your good is gone. Word is born, I leave mics torn when I put it on.
So put it on, Big L, put it on. Come on, put it on and on and on. Come on, put it on, Big L, put it on. Come on, put it on, represent, put it on, come on.
Nobody could take nothing from Big L but a lost chief. The last punk who fronted got a mouth full of false teeth. I'm known to gas a hottie and blast a shotty. Got more cash than Gotti. You don't know? You better ask somebody. Big L is a crazy brother, and I'm a lady lover. A smooth kid that'll run up in your baby mother. I push a slick Benz. I'm known to hit skins and get ins and commit sins with sick friends. Cause I'm a money getter, also a honey hitter. You think you nice as me? Haha, you's a funny nigga. I flows, so one of my shows wouldn't be clever to miss. I'm leaving competitors pissed. To tell you the truth, it gets no better than this. I'm catching wreck to the break of dawn. In this song, yo, it's a must that I put it on.
Yeah, so put it on, Big L, put it on. Come on, put it on, big fella, put it on and on. Put it on, Big L, put it on, represent, put it on. Come on, put it on. Some boy see we gon' nuzzle and tackle with it choke. Boy, you're going dead before you see we gon' smoke. See we gon' nuzzle and take me if you choke, you're acquainted. From me, you perform.
I drink my wet knock Beck's beer. I say dressed in slick gear. Peace to my homies in the gangster lane. I see you when I get there. And it's the fact I keep a gat in my arm reach. I charm freaks and bomb geeks from here to Palm Beach. I'm putting rappers in the wheelchair. Big L is the villain you still fear. Cause I be hanging in Harlem instead it's for real here. If you battle well, you pick the wrong head. I smash mics like cornbread. You can't kill me, I was born dead. And I'm known to pull steel trigs and kill pigs. I run with ill kids and real niggas who peel wigs. My raps are steady slamming. I keep a heavy cannon. It's a new sheriff in town and it ain't Reggie Hammond. Peace to my peoples, the children of the corn. Cause we put it on. Adios, ghosts, I'm gone.
So put it on, Big L, put it on. Come on, put it on, big fella, put it on and on. Big L, you gotta put it on and on. Put it on, Big L, put it on and on. Word up, you know what I'm saying? My man Big L, running things for the 9-4, the 90S. You know what I mean? It's the Kid Capri in full flare. And we gon' put it on a little something like this. Big L, come on.
Lord Finesse.
He be putting it on.
My man Buck Wow.
He be putting it on and on.
My man Fat Joe.
You gon' see lawyers, and you gon' see lawyers, and you gon' see lawyers, and niggas enjoy.
Okay, now catch up to my campaign. Cool the color of mayonnaise. I'm drunk and high at the same time, drinking champagne on the airplane. Spit rounds like a gun range, beat it up like Rampage. 100 bands, cut your girl now, yo girl need a band-aid. Grade A, A1, chain the color of Akon. Black diamonds, backpack rhyming, co-signing by Louis Vuitton. Horsepower, all this polo on, I got horsepower. Pound of this cost 4,000. I make it rain, she want more showers. Rain, pouring. All my cars is foreign. All my bras is foreign. Money tall like Jordan.
Okay.
It started right here, just me being like, yo, I want to rap and I want to do this music thing and take it seriously. And I learned and I sat and I observed and I watched, and it's crazy to go on there.
Last name ever, first name greatest. Like a sprained ankle, boy, ain't nothing to play with. Started off local, but thanks to all the haters, I know G4 pilots on a first name basis. In your city, faded off the brown. Nino, she insists she got more class. We know, swimming in the money, come and find me. Nemo, if I was at the club, you know I balled. Chemo, dropped a mixtape, that shit sounded like an album. Who'da thought a countrywide tour be the outcome? Labels want my name beside an X like Malcolm. Everybody got a deal, I did it without one. Yeah, nigga, I'm about my business. Killing all these rappers, you would swear I had a hit list. Everyone who doubted me is asking for forgiveness. If you ain't been a part of it, at least you got to witness. Bitches, bitches, bitches.
Me and my bitch took a little trip down to the garden, took a little dip, apple juice falling from her lips, took a little sip, little sip, took a little sip, took a little sip, took a little sip. Hey yo, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, where niggas hold text like they mad at the ref. That's why I keep a cross on my chest, either that or a vest. Do you believe that Eve had Adam in check? And if so, you gotta expect to sip juice from the forbidden fruit and get loose. Cold is the king, most definite. My little black book thicker than the Old Testament. Niggas pay for head, but the pussy so separate. Same bitch giving brains to the minister. The same reason they call Mrs. C the finisher. Forbidden fruit, watch for the Adam's apple. Slick with words, don't hate me, son. What you eat don't make me shit, and who you fuck don't make me come. Put a price on my head, won't make me run. Try to kill me, but it can't be done. Cause my words gon' live forever. You put two and two together, cold here forever.
Me and my bitch took a little trip down to the garden, took a little dip, oh you know, apple juice falling from her lips, took a little sip, bitches come and go,
you know that,
money come and go,
you know that,
love come and go,
don't shit last,
bitches come and go,
you know that,
money come and go,
you know that,
love come and go,
don't shit last. Take a seat, baby girl, you been all on my mind. I know I ain't called, got a part of my grind. Just copped the Maroon 5, no Adam Levine. Came a man by myself, only father was time. I know that she relate, baby daddy ain't shit, so she raised that nigga kids, but she swallowing mine. And that's why you all on my mind. All on my line like calling number 9. Cause a nigga popping like Harlem in the 9-7. Way before Mace was a reverend. I was a young nigga making A's at 11 or 12. Trying to get a taste of the heaven or hell. Only time gonna tell. Fuck her while her mama home, baby, don't yell. How many records do a nigga gotta sell just to get the cover of the double XL or fader? Fuck your magazine hater. When I say that I'm the greatest, I ain't talking about later. I'ma drop the album same day as Kanye, just to show the boys the man now like Wanye. And I don't mean no disrespect, I praise legends, but this what's next. The boy sick, can't disaffect. Life's a bitch and the pussy's wet. My clip is loaded and this is the kisser. Death, black.
Me and my bitch took a little trip down to the garden, took a little dip, oh no, apple juice falling from her lips, took a little sip, bitches come and go,
you know that,
money come and go,
you know that,
love come and go,
don't shit last,
bitches come and go,
you know that,
money come and go,
you know that,
love come and go,
don't shit last, don't shit last, you know that. The hell got hot, didn't melt. Only man above me is God himself.
Most Def,
The mighty most,
the EC Raucous Connection,
from coast to coast.
the 88 to 99,
What?
2G.
What?
It's on fire tonight. Everything on my side is looking alright. It's the high power, original B-boy, traditional raw bass material, Brooklyn individual, true grand imperial. You're hearing on your stereo, transcribed alive with most depth. Initial sit back and listen. You ain't in no position to deal with my conditional, mentally and physical strength is indivisible. Crews becoming pitiful, speech be sounding typical, downfall eventual. I'm not feeling you. Don't know what your label telling you or what magic beans they selling you. I can't flow, you can't do. Example of a cat who just a modern day sample. Who be bitching out to A&R demand so you could collect your little petty cash advance. Ho, you not neat and sloppy, but not me. I'm INDEPENDENT.
It was a jam and the center and the party was shaking and the poppers was popping and the breakers was breaking and it won't be known to everybody knows that B-boys rock the document.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? People talk, we put a clap into that boy. Another soul lost, had to make his shirt match my ox blood colored Porsche. The rims match of course, blood hit his Timbs, it reminded me of them. Glistening, wrist on chiller, hot in the same palm of gorgeous.
Alright, let's go ahead and refresh my face cam here. Let me turn off the sound of my computer so we don't get an echo. Are we good? Alright,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, very special match today for you for DM World Cup 4. Two deathmatch, just lovable characters here. We have Ldrago, who only sleeps or is awake for 23 and a half hours a day, looking to play people 1v1 on the ladder at all times. And just the nicest human being probably in the DM. Polar, who runs an amazing stream and casts a lot of games as well. We were talking about this game on Wednesday, Tommy, and it's too close to call. I mean, I think we're split on this one. What are your thoughts on the day? How's it going today, Thomas? What's happening?
I'm doing well. Thanks. Little tired from last night. Lord
we had a
knows
little
I had my
marathon
share
last
of the
night.
Lord's brew. What?
We had a little
Yeah.
marathon last night for sure.
Yeah. I feel like Hamza has a better start. Polar has a better late game and long game. So it's gonna be very interesting. I feel like this could go 3-2 and winds up coming down to the Magyars war. If this is the case, if that, okay, I'll try my logic. If it comes down to the Magyars war, then I'm going to give Polar the edge because we know Polar picked Magyars against favorite one, correct?
It looks like the game has already started. I think we're a game behind here. So let's go ahead and jump out of this one. Let's see if we can pull this up on AOE. I thought they were going to start here at 11 or 15 GMT, but because the second match that I saw here was not the Magyar War. So let's try to pull this up. Huh. Does anybody know in the stream how to pull up games in the past on AOE2.net? I'm able to see the current games. Where do I go for the past games? Yeah, I don't. Mongols. I mean, obviously, Polar. He's a part of the admin team. He's not gonna, play it out of sync. So, game one already happened. If anybody can send me a link to on AOE2.net where I can find the recording of Polar and Hamza, that would be fantastic. There you go. Thank you, Daywalker.
Daywalker, right. Is that
Time for
Polar's
some
pick?
tech support. So I guess I don't want to ruin it, but where how do you download the game? I guess you just hit that. Ah, I see. All right. Give me a second, Tommy. Go ahead and kill time while I get this game loaded, and then I'm just gonna stream it in the Discord for you, Tommy, and you can just follow off my my shit.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. So I feel like Polar's very good with the Magyars. Again, he played it very, very well against favorite one. It's just that favorite one is just really, really good. Going to be very, very interesting. Giving a recap of the 2.5 hours yesterday of what we saw for a 3-0 sweep. We saw Peon play ACCM. Peon had some really good moments in the Magyars war. He had some really good moments actually in the Cummins war where he did everything, but ACCM just didn't GG and winded up coming back. Probably one of the best comebacks I've ever seen.
That was down to 2 villagers. I mean, literally, he had a chip in a chair. Keep talking about.
Yeah, he had one. He had a relic and a chair. That's it. That's all he had. Peon had everything else. He had the map and everything else, and somehow this guy was able to come back and win. Wow.
Yeah, this one, I think it's really going to come down to this first game. I think both these players are probably going to win their home map. And so it's like this first game is so crucial. If, one of these players can steal, a game on the others, that would be huge. But this first game is so crucial. All right, I think I'm about to pull it up here. Let me.
You're gonna have to throw it up in the.
Let me throw that up for you. Bum, bum, bum. All right, here we go. Game 1, Drago, Polar. Let me get it on the big screen.
Drago.
Magyar War, 4 lakes. Let's get this fog of war off. Let's get the score up. Let's go to the population. All right. So the one thing we're going to notice right away is Drago's probably not going to be shy. He's going to be coming out with the rush automatically. A beautiful build by Drago. Oh, he came to play today. Look how pristine that is. Looks like he's going 2 stables, 6 ranges, 6 barracks. Already got some Vil snipes going on right here from Drago. He's a harasser, an absolute violator with his Hussar to start off with. Polar going 4 stables, 5 barracks. Only got a couple ranges up right now. I got to get some more ranges here with the Magyars. Definitely their strongest unit. Looks like Drago's scout is still staying alive and doing what he does and dragging units away. You see the blue coming across the screen. Looks like both guys are trying to put some pressure on each other. Drago's got things kind of blocked off, ready to go. Already coming in for some Vil snipes. Didn't quite micro those right there, and now I don't think he's going to be able to get one with his Paladin in the back, but oh, here's a couple of Villies exposed. If Hamza can see that, yep, he does. Looks like Polar's getting a couple snipes here as well, though. I think he's going to lose 1, maybe 2. Quick action already. Both players bringing the pressure. I think Polar stopped a little bit. We got the drag here from Hamza, dragging about 5 or 6 troops away.
Polar doesn't have up any cav archer. Doesn't have any archery rangers up, which is going to be
definitely starting behind. He only has 4 villagers right now. Drago's got 7. And now looks like Drago's going to mass up here and start coming downhill on him. Again, here comes another drag by the Dragmeister. Yeah, this is why I picked a Hamza in the series. I mean, this is really close to call, but I think the Magyar War specifically is just in favor of the play style for Hamza.
This might be a short game.
Might be. I mean, I think we were talking about this before. You know, if it's a shorter game, it's definitely going to favor Hamza. You know, amazing start, amazing build at the beginning you start. But I think Polar, you know, his strength in this game is going to be just kind of the macro, the overall, the eco, the army control. And as the game goes on later, I think that's where Polar's going to have the advantage. So expect Polar to, you know, try to mass big armies and take them out that way.
This is going to hurt Polar is Polar doesn't have cav archers out yet. So when you don't have cav archers out yet and the other guy does, you're going to be trading horses for halbs because you can't kill the halbs because you don't have cav archers. So this puts Polar in a really bad position for trading, for eco and everything later. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to come back from this.
Especially with these 2 gold piles right up front here. Yeah, if you know, Hamza's able to mass, you know, more cav archers, looks like he's going to. Yeah, it's just gonna be tough. Hamza probably gonna be looking to go castle on this hill here soon. We got Drago's just hit 100 on this pop. Polar just cracked 60, so again, huge advantage. Looks like Drago's going around for the back door. Polar's going to try to climb this hill right here, but I think there's an army that he's not going to be able to overpower. Waiting for him at the top.
It's a great move by Hamza to split your force while you're putting up the castle to go behind. And that's really where you're going to keep him out of the lake. And, you know, you're going to keep him tight where he's not going to be able to work on his eco and really set him far behind.
Yeah. Yeah, we got the raid coming around in the back. I'm going to be able to pick off at least one of these villies down here. Maybe you can swoop around. There's not really a whole lot of villagers back here, so I don't know how effective that is going to be. Potentially has a chance to lose a lot of cav archers here without really getting a whole lot of value for it. But if anything, it's going to harass Polar a little bit and just make him, you know, kind of take attention off this front here where, you know, Hamza's building up a monster army ready to come downhill on him.
think Hamza has this game. Hamza needs just 2 trebs. Right now, Hamza's generals are like, give me 2 trebs and we can win this.
Yeah, as
2
soon
trebs.
as these castles come up, I'm sure Hamza will be getting the trebs coming out of here and start pounding on Polar's base. Nice little raid here with a couple halves. Kind of distract him a little bit, but the castles are probably going to shoot that down. Not going to slow down Hamza too much. Polar probably needs to get away from this hill. He's just going to continue to lose units to these cav archers throwing arrows at him. Got a couple docks already up for Polar. Looks like Hamza has one too. Get that food going. And it looks like he's going Hussar first out of here. I think it's just time to get the trebs out and start pounding. You already got the bigger army. Yeah, especially the way Polar has his gold pile right here too. The castle's squeezed right up against it, so he's not even going to be able to reach it as much. And I think if Hamza can get some troops over here on this side hill, it's going to be just going to be harassing those villagers as well. Oh, leaves that treb exposed. A couple Hussars come in, get a couple shots on it, not enough to take it down. Looks like Hamza's already raiding to stop the food eco over here for Polar.
Hamza's playing this really well.
Came out strong. Looks like he finally came over the yips, huh?
I think he was prepared for this game. And again, this game is a very important game for the 2 of these guys because I think they have different play styles with civs. I think Hamza's going to go with the more aggressive civs. Polar will go with the more, conventional civs. This is a civ that Polar really likes, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think anything that's
Hamza
a
had
cavalry
really good
civ, though,
gameplay.
just goes in Hamza's favor. And one castle goes down right in front of the gold pile. This is too much. Drago's sitting on about 180 pop right now. Polar only at 120. He's trying to get some action going down here in the back. That's just not going to do enough right now to really swing things. Hamza already got the trebs up, pounding on the second castle. Polar trying to throw up another castle next to this gold. It's just, I don't know. I think these cav archers are going to come in and snipe these villas maybe before it gets up. Looks like he might actually get it up. It's pretty much 90% there. But these cav archers for Polar just dwindling right now, just totally getting outmassed.
Can we look at Polar's eco for a sec, see what he's got to come back, if anything?
He's sitting on 40 food, 40 gold. He's got some wood. I think Hamza already drained the market on him too, so this is tough. I don't know if I would take this engagement right here. You have other gold piles to go off to the side, maybe to fight for. I think at this point, because Polar's low on resources, he just needs to conserve his army. Even though he kind of has more units up here from the front right now, the hill bonus is going to help just trade better for Hamza with a little bit better value.
I mean, he might be able to thwart this, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's probably going to be able to kill this army in front of him right now. He's just not going to have enough ass behind him to get a push going to take the hill. I mean, Hamza
enough what?
Enough tuchus, enough junk in the trunk.
Okay, all right. I thought I heard something different. That's all.
Ham's got a bunch of trebs out, but now he doesn't have anything to protect it with. So if he wants to finish off this push, he needs to either start popping out some of these hussars, get some more cav archers going. He's sitting on about 2k gold, but low on wood and food. Ham's already grabbed one of the relics. Polar is kind of holding here. He's getting up some of the gold in front of his base.
He has a sizable cav archer, a cav, he has probably about like 45 cav archers. Hamza needs to come in with a bunch of, hussar and really just try to run them off. But
yeah, it looks like we got the two-tone stone right here with the gold and stone going on. Polar already popping out a bunch of fishing ships. Hamza's taking both the lakes up near his base.
What's Hamza's eco looking like?
Hamza is sitting on about 1,000 gold and then 600, 700 wood and just under 500 food.
See, This though is where where some games get away from Hamza, right? Because you just wonder what is he doing, right?
I think
Like
No, I think he's doing the right thing right now. He has the hill, and Polar just is not going to have enough resources to take it. So he's trying to attack on the peripheral now. He knows he owns the middle of the map. Now he's getting these raids over here on this other gold pile, which he does have a gold. He's going to have a gold advantage on Polar just because his base really hasn't been touched. Although, let's take a look at Hamza's gold pile, and where's everybody at?
he's saving it to the end. I don't know.
All right, so yeah, to Tommy's point, this is the kind of mistakes that Hamza is going to make that Polar needs to take advantage of. We got some Hussars coming in and Cav Archers taking out Polar's gold pile, though. It's just you don't really get an advantage if you don't mind your own gold.
Again, Drago's playing a good game. He's not playing a great game, though. He should have castled near that gold to keep him off it.
Yeah, if you could have got a castle on the side hill over here somewhere, maybe just even a couple towers just to harass him. Looks like Polar's brought out the Treb's, going to be pounded on this castle to try to take this hill. We got more raids coming in on the side over here, but it looks like Polar's waiting for it with the Cav Archers. Yeah, I think Polar's doing a good job of shutting down Hamza's raids right now while still being aggressive in the middle. This is good DM right here, folks. This is good stuff.
Definitely fun to watch.
All right, we got a request to increase the game sound. I guess everybody wants to hear the battles. I think.
But you've never heard the
I always turn it down. So here, let me go to audio. Give me a thumbs up. That's a little bit better. I should probably have my headset on right now too.
Do you think Yeti plays this board? He's gonna go for a sneak dock.
Oh, I know what the issue is. I apologize, guys. Whoop. Oh, we missed the end there. Looks like Hamza took it down. Ugh.
I'm actually in the other game right now, so if you could, when you want to bring that up, let me know. I'm ready.
All right. Looks like Hamza takes down game one. Sorry for the sound issues. I think it's going to sound better now. And was it in the spectate game still? Is that game still going on?
I don't know. I'm in it now.
Oh, here we go.
You got it? It looks like it's a Mongol war?
Yes. We got a Mongol war for... Oh, no, wait. No, never mind. Someone wants to send me the game 2. Yeah, you're right, Daywalker. Hamza had a hammer start. It's kind of what we expect. If one of you guys can send me the link in AoE 2 to this game, that'd be great. To game 2. All right, Hamza on the scoreboard first. Finally gets his first win in DM World Cup 4.
Qualifiers, yes.
Qualifiers, yes, not quite the main, not quite not the big dance yet. Still in the conference tournaments.
Playoffs.
Ldrago. I guess you just go look up the player. Dun dun dun. All right, Tommy, thoughts about that first match?
Okay, well, I thought that Drago had really good scout play. It started early, and I think that Polar was late on getting his scout out there, where he gave Hamza a little chance to get himself settled, settle those yips, and then and then he was able to dictate the pace of the game. And then at that point, Hamza really went through his checklist of what he needed to do.
Alright, I'm trying to find this recording of the second game on AoE 2. I guess I just go to the person's profile, AoE 2 Rex.
Do you have the game? Do you have the game code? Here, just try plugging it in for me. I'll give you the game code.
It's already done, so it's not showing up in the spec. So
is it really done?
I need to pull up the yeah. They're on game 3 already. So yeah, if anybody can send me the link. Oh, here it is. There we go. Boom. I'm just gonna leave this link up. Does not have the download for that second game yet.
Do you want me to stream it and you can watch you can watch it?
Yeah, we can do that. All right, so we'll get game 2 underway here in a second. Everybody just trying to. They started a little bit earlier than we were ready for. I know Polar was saying that he doesn't like when people stream his games, so I think he was just trying to get moving as quick as he could. He didn't want to appease the stream. He was just ready to roll.
Do you see my screen?
Here, let me pop it up. All right, let's run it. Game 2, Mongol War on Atacama. We got a little. I think we're a little SD action right here. A little fuzziness on the stream.
Okay.
Did you pay your internet bill, Tommy?
The internet bill that I don't have a problem with. It's the computer bill. So this time Polar gets his scout out a lot faster.
Yeah.
And Hams' scout is right at his base.
Yeah, so Atacama, this is one of the newer maps. Has a bunch of it's like almost like a poor man's oasis. There's a bunch of wood clogging up the middle, and then everything's pretty scarce on the outside. I've seen a lot of players pick heavy food sieves on this map because the trees are just kind of scattered, and you gotta obviously fight for the middle if you're low on wood. So it's interesting that they chose Mongols for this one. I guess having a smaller amount of wood will help make this a little bit quicker match for us.
Yeah, well, and Hamza is going 8 stables. Okay, he just went market. He sold about let's call it 4,000 wood. So he's back at 10,000 gold. And let's see what he's going to do. He's making light cavalry already, which is a little weird for someone that has the gold advantage. He's got 2 monks coming out. It looks like he's going to snag some relics.
I don't think light cav's a terrible move. It's like with Mongols, you're not going to win with your cavalry. You're going to win with your castle unit and your siege. So I mean, maybe saving, being financially, fiscally responsible with your gold early in the game could help pay off later, especially when we know he forgets to mine his gold sometimes.
And Hamza just got another 3 villagers. This is not good. It's going
to be the
story weird
of the
for Polar
series.
Because yeah, this is really weird for Polar because Polar played a really, really, really good game against Favorite One, and here he's I don't want to say he's struggling, but he's losing a lot of villagers to Hamza.
I don't know. When you play this game against Hamza, he's gonna take some stuff from you that you just don't want. It's just can you find the trade-off later? It's kind of like when you're playing basketball against a team that's hot at three-pointers. Like, they're gonna hit three-pointers on you sometimes. That's just how it is. But as long as you can weather the storm and stay fundamentally sound, which Polar typically does, Polar should be able to win this Mongols war. I think that's gonna be my pick in this one.
Yeah, well, Polar does have a larger. He does have a larger army right now. So he's only got 12 villagers. Drago has only 12 villagers too, which is kind of weird because it looks like Hamza just killed a lot of them. So B Hamza was just late in getting out extra town centers.
My boy Carmine's in the chat saying he thought this stream ripped packs. Yeah, for anybody who is interested on this stream in the future, me and my boy are going to start buying up all these football and basketball and Pokemon cards and start giving them away from raffles and shipping them out to people. So if you're trying to rip packs and get some cards, definitely follow Greek TV here and get yourself in the raffle for some of that. Yeah, Mongol War, obviously a little bit slower. I mean, what's going to happen is I think it's just both players are going to build up, a massive army. Oh, and here we got a massive engagement. Looks like a Polar airballed on the Ani shots, and these Hussars are coming downhill to snipe them. Good job, though, getting his Hussars back in front.
Yeah, that was some. That might be a little highlight clip right there. That might be the turning point in the game.
That was pretty solid.
Right? That was a great break.
I mean, he totally whiffed on that Ani shot, and yet still was quick enough to get those Hussar up there to protect. I think he only lost one in that engagement when it looked like he was going to lose all of them.
I know.
Good shot. Oh, and here's some Ani shots. Here's what the people came for. Gotta love Mongol War. Boom! Boom!
Polar now has spent all of his gold. His population is 147. Hamza is at 138. And the weird thing is Hamza has so many stables. He could just make all this Hussar if he really wants to.
Sorry for the video quality on this one. We just couldn't get the Mongol War in time. Actually, Tommy, go ahead and pause it right now. I'm going to pull up my stream. Your stream is pretty junk right now. We're at the 12-minute mark. I'm going to go ahead and pull up this in my game. So quick break, everybody. Quick break. We got to go back to the 12-minute mark. Yeah, the video quality was just really bad. So
no problem. Can you stream? Oh, I see it. Yep. I was watching your stream. Aha! I was watching your stream while I was streaming. GG. Noob stream.
Noob stream. All right, so 946, 946. Yeah, this should be game 2. Or game 2. All right, we're going to go ahead and just fast forward back to the 12-minute mark where we left off.
Now, at the 12-minute mark, you could see that if Hamza or Polar wants, they could go and take a lot more of this map that they haven't taken already. Like if we know Yeti would be, already digging in on the corner on the other side, right? So these guys really could do it if they wanted to.
You can set OBS to not show windows. I mean, this isn't necessarily the most professional quality stream here. I don't care about all that. I just want to get the games up and loaded so we can watch them in good quality. How's the sound now, though? That is one question I want to know about. Hey, Tommy, they're hating on your pixelation quality.
Okay, what are you gonna do, huh?
All right, we're about the 8-minute mark now, just a little bit until we get back up to it.
Let me know when you're there.
Alright, 1 minute away. Now, here, let's go ahead and run it. I'm at the 12-minute mark. Here we go.
And it looks like Polar's got some momentum in the center, plugging away. See that with his Rams?
Polar's sitting at about 150 pop right now, while Drago's at about 134, so they're still pretty close. Polar with a significant villager advantage, sitting at about 50 right now. Drago only at about 25. Drago's the bigger military, so ooh. You know, if they really wanted to troll each other, they'd probably just knock down all these trees in the middle and open up the field for these Mongols to run around. Massive engagement here in the middle. Mongols Wars is definitely one of my favorite ones. One of the best castle units in the game. The fast siege, the Ani shots. I mean, what else do you want?
Yeah.
Even an angry girl like Greta Thunberg's got to be impressed by this.
How dare you?
Yes, everybody. After Deathmatch World Cup 4 is over, the Castle Blood Greta Thunberg Invitational, How Dare You tournament will be underway.
You think she might give us a glare for using her name like that? You know.
You know, interesting strategy here. These guys going through the middle where there's a bunch of choke points. I feel like Mongol is definitely better in the open field, but I guess that's maybe something that Polar's been practicing. Drago with a much bigger army right now. Polar trying to get to a spot where he can breathe, not lose too many of his Magnadai. And these Anis are just creeping. They're trying to lay some shots. Excellent Ani shots on those Rams, chewing them up. We got some action down here in the south part of the map. Hamza's going to raid into a castle and not do too much damage, although Polar really doesn't have any eco up here yet. Good job on Polar cleaning up a lot of Hamza's eco over here. Getting a couple Ani shots on these Magnadai, that's going to be oof. Polar trying to run laps around Hamza's base, finally get some farms up. Both players kind of at similar pop right now, but look at this villager advantage. Polar sitting on 80 while Drago's has 30. Huge advantage for Polar right now. As soon as Hamza's got a big army right now, but as soon as he loses this, he's just not going to be able to reload.
But look at him. Look at him burn down, trying to go siege ram on Onager.
Sorry, I saw the Fog of War on there too.
And here comes a very large force coming around the northern side of the mountain over there. You see it?
One Ani shot. Yep, here we go. Got some Magnadai coming in. The monk just takes a dome shot right there. Polar already snagging up 4 of the relics, so again, just going to have a huge resource advantage the longer this game goes on. Hamza's doing a good job getting some Philly snipes over here, but Polar recognizes it quickly. That is one thing I noticed about Polar's game. His map awareness is really good. You see, Drago and Favorite coming in on these, different parts of the map, and it seems like Polar's always right there. I think what we need to see from Polar, though, is just more aggression and actually pushing the opponent on the back foot. So it looks like Hamza has, 18 Magnadai right there, and Polar has about 28. You might as well just take this fight and clean that up. Oof. I'm sorry, we need to run that. Can you replay? Oh man, we need to run that back. We just missed a monster Ani shot. I do apologize. Oh. Ooh, and that that was a monster Ani shot. Drago said GG after that.
Wow.
Oh man, I can't believe I
That was
missed
an
that.
early.
I can't believe
What
I
did he
missed
do?
that. I think I'm gonna
He
have to.
sold everything.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to go back in the recording and get a clip of that and post that on YouTube. That must have been a monster shot.
Dude, but
Drago just
what
said,
makes
"Fuck
it,
it, I don't want any more of this game."
dude, that was literally a knockout blow. Like that's what makes it great.
He took a haymaker right on the chin at that one.
Right?
Oh man,
Oh.
that was beautiful. All right, game 3 has already been underway. I think we're a little bit behind. All right, this one is 0-0-0 for the end. So, oh man, that was beautiful.
For Polar, the first win is the hardest, right?
Yeah, I mean, just Polar just absolutely dominated on Hamza. I guess that's just Hamza's strategy. It's like I'm either gonna beat my opponent, or they're gonna make the game go and they're gonna eco and beat me. So let's open these save folders here.
Is the other game in too?
Yeah, I
Is
think
it in the books?
the game 4 is already done. So let's go ahead and get game 3 going. Wait, if I just click on it like this, does the game just pop up? Nah, never mind. I was trying to do that shit earlier. Let's drag this in.
Microsoft, if you want to sell more copies of this game, you can make it a little bit easier.
Yeah,
if anyone's out there.
Yeah, boomers like Tommy just need a plug and play action.
Yeah.
All right, game 3. Series tied 1-1. Like we said, it's going to be a banger. We have a Lithuanian war. Obviously, Hamza picking this on his home civ, going a cavalry civ on Arabia. Look for him to rush. Look for him to grab these relics. However, let's pull up the score here. Yeah, Polar's red, and the relics obviously important in 1v1, but even much more important with the Lithuanian civ. Obviously, grabbing those relics, get that hit bonus and powering up your paladins. So, based off the map right here, it looks like both of them have easy access to 2 relics, but there's this fifth relic right out here next to this gold pile and stone. Definitely look for the players to take that part of the map all the way on the other side. Hamza again looks like he's harassing with the scout like he does so well. Both still at a 5 villager count right now, so not too much of an advantage for either one at the start. Hamza going 6 barracks. He's got 4 stables. Getting the castles going up now. Polar's going to start off with Polar's going to start off with some ranges, 4 barracks and 4 stables as well. This one's going to be an interesting one. Can Polar handle the rush this time? It's definitely a smart move to try to rush back on your opponent, just try to slow him down a little bit, but it does make it tougher to obviously, handle these drags that Hamza is just known for.
Yeah, and if I may say, kudos to Hamza, right? Who GG's out of that Mongol war after, clearly he made a mistake by letting his men get like thrown to the fire to the onagers. But he GG's out and he's just say, we'll just play another game,
Yeah.
It's really cool for him rather than we're watching because I really didn't know who won that, and it would have been fun rather than he could have prolonged that game for another hour if he wanted and just fought with Hussar. So
yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's a detriment to the player. Like I feel like if you continue to drag out games longer than they need to be, then you just get fatigued yourself. It's just like if you're in a spot where it's impossible to come back. I mean, obviously it's competitive, but the things that you needed to do to win the match, they already are in the past. So why drag out something longer than it needs to be when you might as well just focus, get the next game going, and get back to an opportunity like that.
And again, all really, really good points. And it's like, to me, it takes really good sportsmanship to realize that you lost the game and then you could tell the guy, GG, well played, and then move on, especially after a shot like that. In essence, he was acknowledging, you just knocked me out of the battle.
Yeah.
Good game, well played. And
please, Please take my civilization. We will pay tribute, and you are now our lord and master. That's kind of how medieval times works. So. All right, so we're sitting on about Drago's got. I mean, they're actually pretty tied right now in population. Polar doing an excellent job this time around of stopping the rush, and Hamza's trying to send troops all over the map. Polar already grabs this relic. We got some pikes trying to chase him down, but I don't think they're going to get to him. Although this other monk's about to get his head chopped off. We got engagement here in the front. Looks like Drago's going to push Polar back off, but Polar quickly goes to the side to flank and try to pick some stuff off here as well. Looks like we got one relic coming in here for Hamza as well. They both have these relics down here on the side that they can get after, but in this middle hill,
placement was very fair.
Yep. Yeah, very even relic placement this one for sure. I'm still looking for this relic that's not there anymore. Polar too quick for him.
Yep.
This is an even matchup. This could go either way. I think Hamza's taking advantage right now of taking this middle hill, although Polar is extremely fortified up, so taking the middle is important, but it's going to be hard for Hamza to push the middle. I really think these guys need to get to the side over here and grab these resources, so we'll see how that plays out. Polar sitting with some cav archers here is probably going to come in and stop this town center from going up. That'll definitely help. Looks like Hamza's going in to try to get some kills here. I don't know if this is the best engagement for Hamza. It seems like he might have him outnumbered, but these castles are going to keep raining arrows on him.
I think what Hamza's thinking is, even if I lose my men, I'm going to get the hill. Yeah. But he just doesn't know that Polar's already expecting for him to put a castle on that hill and it's going to get swatted down.
Looks like Polar's already grabbed his second relic. Hamza's still waiting to grab his. Hamza's still, even after that engagement, even though Hamza's army got cleaned up, he still has about a 20 pop advantage right now. Both are pretty similar on villagers, but it looks like Polar needs to get some more paladins out. I mean, he's got the relic advantage now. Now it's just time to get the pallies going. Hamza's got some troops running around here on the side. Got to get those up and in front. And a couple more villagers coming in to get this castle up. They expect them to start pounding on the castle, although Polar's got about 5 tribes up. I don't think this castle's going to stay up for long, Tommy.
No, this is the Jimmy Chitwood over here. You got your picket fence, you know? Give it to me, coach. I'll make it, you know?
Excellent castle placement and treb placement by Polar. His trebs are completely protected. This is high level. This is high level DM, folks.
You know you placed the castle in the right spot when you could treb the other castle with your trebs safely behind it, you know? So good for him for that. Good for him for that. And
also good move. A good move for Hamza. He realizes hill is just not worth taking with how fortified up it is, and he's already making a move to the side here. Polar's going to try to get this castle up here. Let's see if these lights can come in time to stop it. It's at 98, 99. He does get it up. Crucial, but Hamza's already sitting on top of this relic and this gold. He knows what's up. We got a raid down here in the south.
And Cortical brings up a point saying that Polar started very well. He thought he was going to start slower, and I think that's what the general consensus was when this started, was that Hamza starts better than Polar, but Polar, we believe, has a little bit better middle game, but definitely a better late game, because Hamza usually doesn't like going late game, and that's not a bad thing. Okay?
No, it's not a bad thing at all.
We're totally all about GGing out.
I mean, obviously, all phases of the game are important. It's just that you can't really lose early game and expect us to rely on mid to late game and playing these high level players. Like, you have to be good in all 3 phases of the game if you're expected to win this tournament.
This is where, and again, this isn't a knock on Hamza, but this is where you start seeing some details of the game start going by mid-game. Like, you got guys hitting the castle.
We still got a bunch of villagers on lunch break chilling out in the TCs right now. Polar coming downhill, just killing a castle. Hopefully he brings out these trebs up to get this next castle up. Yeah, he's got a bunch of Lightus over here that he's definitely going to need to bring back to the main fight. Bunch of Halvas over here. Boom, pounding on another castle. Excellent job by Polar getting all these trebs together to knock these castles down quickly. completely knocking Hamza off his main gold pile. This is looking tough for Hamza to come back from right now. He does still have a pretty good army pumped out right now. Although Hamza's sitting on about 130 pop with Polar completely popped out. Oh, man.
Yeah.
This is what I said in the beginning, that the person who's going to take one off the other person's home map is going to help turn the tide. And looks like Polar's about to do that.
And for Polar to win the series would have to do that, right? Because he lost the opening Magyar war.
Have to.
So
now he's putting the ball back in Hamza's court, where Hamza's going to have to steal one off him now. Yeah, this is... Hamza's got an army that he can at least fight with here. Maybe try to turn things back and try to get his gold pile back. But Polar in a tremendous position right now. I mean, he's just... Oh, here we go. Big engagement. This could be for the game, Tommy. It's so big that my game is lagging out right now. Holy moly.
I think he's going to... Yeah, Polar's got to leave the Trebs behind, get it back on that hill, and
he's got to push him out. And excellent move by Hamza, immediately bringing the Trebs up, and he's going to be able to start pounding on that castle on the hill. And Hamza's not letting him off the hook right now. He's running him down. He's going to lose a bunch of halves and a couple lightest there, but that's not too bad. It's just, all right, Hamza, let's get this town center up. Let's start mining this gold, and let's start getting after it.
Who has the relic advantage now?
Excellent move by Polar down here, getting this tower up to harass these farms. That's great.
That's sort of a move. I like it. I like it.
Polar's sitting on 2-1. I mean, there's still a relic, I believe. Yeah. Or no, correction. Ldrago has 3-2. I'm sorry, my vision's getting going as I'm getting older. So yeah, Ldrago with the relic advantage. He was able to snipe that one over there on the north side of the map. Down goes the castle in the middle for Polar. Polar with a bunch of cav archers. I think he needs some more Lightus. And
What?
Oh, and he says he's done.
Wow. What was his ego on that?
He was toast. He had nothing. I mean, Polar's sitting... I think Polar was popped out. Yeah, Polar's sitting on 200. Ldrago's sitting on 100. He has had twice as much population. Yeah.
He loses. He lost about 50 men. He didn't have to.
Excellent.
That was a fun game to watch.
Excellent one by Polar. Wow. Stop the rush by Hamza. Got all the different parts of the map and just got the Trebs out and just started slowly moving down the hill on him. That was excellent execution. Good stuff, Polar. All right, let's go ahead and try to find this fourth game. This is Hamza's back's against the wall right here, Tommy. You think he's going to be able to pull it out, or do you think Polar's going to send him back to?
I really have no knowledge. Of if he makes it or not. This is now where the pressure starts forming on Hamza, where I start getting a little worried. This is now Hamza's map pick again, though, correct?
I believe so. I think here. Let's look at the rules here. Yeah, game 4, loser game 3, home map and Civ. So yeah, this is Hamza's pick again.
Now Hamza, I don't think played terribly. Okay, I think Polar won that game, not Hamza lost that game. Right? I think there is a difference, and I think Polar played 2 very, very good games. I think Hamza played an excellent Magyars game.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I feel like Polar did what he needed to do in terms of shutting down the rush, and then Hamza did a good job of taking the hill. But Polar fortified up, got the Trebs out, and just pounded on him. And again, it was just more of Hamza just not being able to eco at the same time. He's putting the pressure on, and that was the difference on that one.
It's still anyone's series, right? There wasn't one person that was more dominant than the other. So,
All right, so we got this one. We got this one. Sorry, I got too many folders up right now. This is what my bedroom looks like. Just shit everywhere. All right, 793. All right, game 4 underway. Polar wins He gets to play the loser of Lyrics and Favorite, which I believe is going on tomorrow. And
he could beat Lyrics. And let's be honest, Favorite one is going to win that one. Okay.
All right. Game 4 underway. We have a Korean War. This is Hamza's pick? Interesting. He said, screw going cavalry. We're going to switch it up and throw some Anis at you. So Hamza going 8 barracks to start, getting a couple siege workshops out. I would imagine both players going straight barracks and then workshops. 6 barracks from Polar, 7 siege workshops, and then expect some castles coming up here as well. And Koreans, you know, when you play a team game, typically want to go halves, stop, you know, these people from rushing you. But in a Korean war, you're looking to go champs because there's not really a heavy cavalry going to be coming down on you. So you got to get the strong infantry out to gain position and fortify yourself. This game obviously going to be a little bit slower just with the play style that you got to have with Koreans. So we'll see who's got the Ani shots today.
Oh, we will see Ani shots.
That's what the people want.
Mm-hmm.
Weather's finally getting nice out here, Tommy. After this matchup today, I'm going over to a buddy's place, have some drinks on the back porch. I can't wait to tell him about the medieval warfare that I witnessed today.
I have to clean my place. I got a lot to do today. A lot to do.
Yeah, I gotta get my place ready this weekend. I'm gonna be moving this summer. I'm gonna be like Hydra and Kellen, getting ready to move. Hopefully that doesn't ruin my streaming schedule.
Oh, could you imagine?
And I'm also renegotiating my work agreement on Monday. I think I've proven myself at the company and I'm due for a big raise. But I think part of my contract, I'm going to see if I can negotiate time out of my day to stream these games as well. Do you think I can slide that by them?
No, but what you do though is if you know your numbers of how much money you're making the company, right?
Yeah.
Then you just say like, look, you pay me. Like I made you $500,000 and you paid me $150,000 to get you $500,000. That's a good trade-off. So if I'm going to lay in my bed for an extra 2 hours in the morning, what the fuck do you care? Okay? You have to have like an attitude like that, but a decent attitude. Right?
I just want to have. I just would love to hear that conversation of, hey, like, listen, I got this big tournament that I'm broadcasting in my new Twitch media company. And I'm not gonna lie, I know I gotta do important things here at the company, but you know, Polar and Ldrago are gonna be playing in the World Cup, and someone's got to stream it. So
right. I think we would still be okay with that. It's someone like Cortical that would be on like call for like a brain aneurysm. I don't think he could just be like, yeah, have him take another aspirin, give him 4 cc's of thalipopoline or whatever, and I'll be in like 3-4 hours. I can see that being a problem. Right? You can always make up an excuse.
Yes,
right?
It sounds like Cortical does something important. Me and Tommy just do sales and shit.
Right. You could smoke a call and make it and blame it on the other guy. You could just be like, yo. you could be like, yo, the guy didn't show for the call, so we're gonna do it on Friday night. So I'm gonna do something personal right now, right?
It's like, hey, he wants to have a meeting at 17 GMT. Well, tell him to come in the Twitch chat. We can talk about it while I'm streaming this game.
Dude, when I worked for a company, and I will not mention their name, I used to put in all these meetings so like my away thing would go red. So then I would go do whatever I needed to do so no one would message me. Exactly. Right? Only an idiot would put themselves on Do Not Disturb because that's like a red flag. What were you on Do Not Disturb for 2 hours?
All right, pulling out your dinker. All right, looks like Polar's getting the trebs up, starts pounding on this castle that Hamza has going in the middle. Been trading Ani shots back and forth as me and Tommy bullshit about our work life. We got champions coming around the side here for Hamza, but I just don't like that's where it's just a disadvantage for Hamza going Korean. It's just like, that kind of move is more effective with cavalry rather than infantry. I really am surprised at the civ pick here with Koreans. I feel like this civ almost plays into Polar's strengths of just army awareness and map awareness and being able to mass up big armies and get the eco going as well. I feel like as they trade Ani shots throughout the match, Polar is just doing a better job this series of ecoing, so he's going to be able to replace these Anis a lot better than Hamza's going to do. Although Hamza did make some nice work here with these champions chopping down one of the town centers over here. As
Did Hamza go market? Did Hamza go market?
Do not see a market.
Let's take a look at his res right now.
I don't think you really need to go market with Korean. You're able to get big, powerful armies for. I mean, even though Korean units are expensive, the Anis are just so valuable that, and the other units like champions are pretty cheap. You're gonna make what, like 10, 20, maybe 30 onagers at once. But when you go a paladin civ or a cav archer civ, you're making 60, and you're gonna keep pumping them out nonstop. So I don't think a market early on is necessarily advantageous. Whereas if trying to replace a whole cav archer army like you would like in a Hun war.
I like what Hamza's doing here with the hussars. I do, because I do think that the way Polar's playing right now, he doesn't have that much support. So Hamza could send in 4 hussars to snag an Ani kill, rather than send in 4 onagers for 1, and then he's getting popped.
Yeah.
So let's see.
This is good DM here, folks. Good DM. We're just trading Ani shots in the middle. Did Hamza learn his lesson? Wow, look at this flourishing economy going right now. Although it looks like Polar's sitting on about 180 population. Meanwhile, Ldrago's sitting at about 100 right now. I think this has pretty much been the difference of the series, is that Polar is just doing an excellent job of balancing his military with his economy, whereas Ldrago's just not able to get his economy up as well. I'd like to see, obviously, some town centers flying up on these gold piles. Yeah, I think that's the one thing I've been impressed with Polar for watching him in the second game now, is that he just really has good balance and fundamentals to his play. He's a great map awareness while still being able to, cover all the different, resources and map objectives as well.
Isn't it a little heartbreaking, though, anytime you see Hamza say, GG, well played? I mean, he plays a lot. He wants to win. I know I give him a lot of shit, but there's just something about when he says GG and he loses, it kind of makes me feel bad. Okay? And I'm a narcissist, okay? Like, where I usually don't feel pain. And it's like, it kind of breaks my heart. And it's not in a negative way. It's like he really tries. He's always up for a game. He is a member of the Discord, and it's just like I don't like cheering to watch him lose. You know what I mean?
No, not at all. Definitely not cheering to watch any of these players lose, but at the same time, Hamza is very critical of people when he's watching them in the Discord play 1v1. So whatever comes Hamza's way, he's definitely earned it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Excellent job by Polar taking parts of the map. Ras and Hamza takes him off the stone right here. It'd be interesting to see Polar go ahead and try to slide in and grab some of these villas, mining the gold too. And we're sitting at about 190 pop to 100. Polar in an amazing position. This is looking like Polar's going to be moving on, and Hamza's packing his bags.
Yeah. You had a bad day, right?
You had a bad
That's what
day.
they used to play. They used to play it in American Idol. You were probably it was 2006. You were probably 7.
2006, 2006, I was in college.
Okay, that's when they had the "You had a bad day." That's the Daniel Powder song when they would tell someone you're going home, and the one going home is.
There you go. Polar finally makes that move over to the gold pile, cleaning it up. I think this is all but over here. I mean, again, we're sitting on. I mean, Hamza is kind of getting his population up here. He's just so far behind. If we look at resources, Polar's got about 2,000 gold in the bank. Ldrago actually has about 2,000 gold in the bank too, and actually a lot more wood. So maybe I'm speaking too soon here. I do see a possibility for Hamza to make this comeback, even though it seems like Polar has been definitely trading better in a lot of these fights up front. A lot of banging going on here on the peripheral right here. It looks like as soon as Polar picks up that relic, Hamza chops him down, and now he's going to take away his wood. This is a pretty crucial move right now. Polar's sitting at under 2k wood, so as many wood choppers as he can get down right now is going to be huge. Although it would like to see Hamza get some castles up here to kind of protect, or maybe at least some towers to kind of protect his eco. He is wide open in this lane in the middle right here. Polar recognizes what's going on in his wood line real quick, bringing some halves and some wagons over to shut that down. Although that's a lot of champs right there. I guess Polar's gonna be able to eventually stream enough units in, but I think this is definitely a good engagement for Hamza. He's gonna take out all these billies, gonna take out a bunch of these halves, and unless he can get more wagons over here, he's gonna take out a bunch of those too. All right, Polar was popped out at 200. Now he's sitting down at 160. So that Ldrago is making some moves on him. Maybe this is the one civ that Ldrago feels comfortable late game with, and so that's why Hamza went with the army in the chat. What is this? Age of Towers?
That's what you gotta do, you know?
Yeah. Sorry, we thought we were watching Polar versus Ldrago, but we actually just picked up some random noob game on the ladder.
Yeah. This is that PK Cloud versus PK Hall, you know?
No, this is excellent team right now. This has been a fun series, a nice Saturday morning for me to come check out. Here comes in the Anis, though, and unless Polar wakes up, those Trebs are going down. Looks like he sees that with his Trebs that are already packed. There goes one Treb. There goes some Anis. Uh-oh. There goes another Treb. And another Ani. Excellent trade right there from Hamza. Looks like Hamza's going to be able to bang on this castle down here in the south and take that gold pile. Another huge move by Hamza. Excellent work. Excellent work. Hamza's slowly climbing back into this. Again, he still just is not... If Hamza can just get his population up... Actually, as I say that, here comes the Korean death wall from Polar with a bunch of Trebs packed together. He's just going to go right in here with these war wagons and just start taking out this siege. I mean, he's going to lose some of these wagons, but with these Anis coming in behind, this is an excellent move by Polar. Oh, but now he backs away. I guess he didn't want to lose too many of them, but I mean, I think it's just time to go in, time to go for the kill. I wonder if he realizes how much of an advantage that he has on Ldrago right now. And after Ldrago took the south and then took that wood line from him with those champions, I wonder if Polar feels like it's a lot closer than it really is.
If Polar doesn't realize that he has an advantage on him now, then shame on Polar. Okay? Because Polar should know this is now getting close. We're now going from mid-game to late game, okay? And let's be honest,
there's no
25 minutes is like a marathon for us, right?
Oh, and there goes Ldrago with the GG. Throws him the congrats, gives him the smiley face. Polar advances to the next round. One more win, and Polar is going to be in the main event. Ldrago, excellent gameplay. Guys, that was a fantastic series to catch. Good high-level stuff, exciting action, and amazing Ani shots. But Polar sniffing them out. And Tommy, it looks like I'm going to owe you 25 cabbages there, my friend.
Yeah. The cabbages that have George Washington's head on it, right? Polar, I think, is going to try to join us in here.
Yes.
Hopefully he'll come in really soon.
You already got it lined up. I'm gonna take a little break here for a second. I'll be right back. So when I come, you guys can just start talking when I come back, right?
All right, no problem. He's in right now.
Oh, perfect.
Polar.
Polar, congratulations.
Yeah, tough series against Hamza. I mean, that first game, he just stomped me out of it, didn't he?
Yeah, Polar, I was nervous. All right, all I was thinking was yips. Okay, He got the scout down faster. You were chasing his scout. You sent your scout very, very late, like much later, like in the game. And I think Hamza played that Magyar game like really, really well. What were your thoughts in that game? Because it really looked like you had your back against the wall.
I was pretty nervous, to be honest. Hamilton wanted to start the series early, so I thought, okay, fair enough. And then, yeah, I just had a bad start. I think game one, nerves are not in the rhythm. He got a really good jump on me. I had some misclicks. Didn't really go to plan. He was just very dominant, like raiding me left, right, and center. Didn't give me a moment to breathe. I mean, we know that's his game. His raids can be very brutal, and I think he kind of executed that perfectly. Just didn't let me get eco up. Didn't let me get any map control. And yeah, he was on fire that game.
Yeah, and I honestly like he beat you that game. Like there was nothing. I feel like that he really played that game much better. What were you thinking going into the Mongol game? Did you feel like, wow, I'm really flat right now, or did you feel like I'm going to rebound from this game?
I was a little bit worried. I didn't have the best of starts in the Mongols one. As we know, I thought, right, if I go Siege Civ Atacama, it's quite a big map. So I kind of like playing Mongols. I've never really seen Hamza play too much Mongols. So I was just thinking maybe that's a good pick. I did get worried because like he made some good kind of fights. I wasn't really focused on my micros good. I was quite late with my eco, but I knew with Atacama, as I realized against Roger, that he took the relics early. So I was just thinking, right, if I can get an advantage with the relics and just stabilize and just kind of secure the forward wood a little bit better and just kind of push here and there, that I might have a chance. But I thought he kind of gave that up a little bit early because like when he resigned, my eco and army wasn't the best. So maybe it was a little bit of an early GG by him.
You know, and that is kind of like the best metaphor I could think of is I think that he had the better army at the time. He raided your base in the back, but if he had his whole army there, at one time he has like, we'll call them brigades, right? But he has 3 army units, like probably about 100 men, where if he hits your base from the top, it's probably GG for you.
Yeah.
And then
I agree.
instead, what you do with your onagers is you give him what he thinks is a knockout blow. And one of the things that I appreciate watching Hamza is when he knows himself, right? He's played this game long enough. So if he thinks he's not going to be able to come back, he just GG'd. That's a really good sportsmanship move. I mean, he could have played that out. We could still be watching a Mongols war right now. So kudos to him for really just bowing out of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Polar.
So
Well played,
yeah.
Polar. Well played. I missed that Ani shot in the Mongols War, so I'm gonna try to go back and get the replay of that and put it up there in the highlight because I literally streamed back to because you guys had an engagement on the other side of the map, and so I clicked back to see what the battle looked like over there, and all I see is a dead pile of Magna die. So I definitely gotta see what that Ani shot looked like.
Yeah, it's going to be very messy, like in Mongols, as you know. You've got to be so careful with your Mangudai because the siege onagers can absolutely wreck you and stuff. I saw he went quite heavy on the hussars, which I kind of liked. He did some good damage, but I knew if I could just kind of harass him at the top, that he was going to be quite low on food as well. So I just thought, right, I'll just try and play it a bit safe. I knew once I had 4 relics that I could just kind of focus on securing my base a bit, securing the wood in front, and just trying to eco boom and just hopefully, like you said, that he wouldn't steamroll me with that big army. So it was very tricky.
Yeah. That was interesting. What now? I think the game where you clearly won, you clearly were the deciding factor. Lithuanian.
Yes, that was an interesting game.
You did an excellent job. I mean, we were just like, all right, this is Lithuania. This is a cavalry civ. It's a definitely advantage for Hamza because he's so good at the start. You did an awesome job shutting down any sort of rush, and you got those trebs out and just started rolling on them. Talk to us about it.
I don't have too much experience playing Lithuanian, so I wasn't sure whether HCA would be a good play. But so I sort of kind of just gambled with it, and then he had a good push at the start. I noticed there was like that hill in front on my forward gold, so I knew he was going heavy on like cavalry, so I knew he was going to be spending a lot. However, I sort of went for kind of like Helberdiers and HCA a little bit more, and then slowly transition in a few lighters. I got a couple of early relics, but he had good map control as well. But I knew once I kind of pushed him back off the hill of that castle, I knew I was in a good position because I noticed he was a little bit down on like his lightest numbers, etc. And I just sort of kind of just managed to get my eco up much quicker, etc. And just sort of went from there. But yeah, it's a very interesting war. Not one I'm experienced with, but I do find it enjoyable.
Yeah, you went with the Jimmy Chitwood wall of castles in that Lithuanian.
Yeah.
You had four castles right in a row. Like, listen, I'm protecting this gold pile, and you might take the hill, Hamza, but you're gonna have a hell of a time getting through to the rest of my base. So that was just a great play.
Yeah, it
That
was an interesting game.
you placed the castle. I don't know if you knew it or not perfectly, where the Trebs were going to be perfectly aligned behind it, shell the castle. And again, I think that Hamza made a great play there to try to take the high ground. But I think he invested 50 extra units to their death to try to get the hill, and then to have the castle only knocked down.
Yeah, because I noticed he sent like a massive group of lighters kind of around the back of my base, and I was like, okay, this could be a problem. However, I managed to get kind of like an early castle at the back of my base, and I had a good bunch of halberdiers, and I sort of like was thinking, right, I'm going to predict he's going to try and loop around to my gold, and luckily, kind of my halberdiers and a few HCA intercepted him. And I think once he lost them, I think he was in a little bit of trouble in terms of kind of like gold and food, etc. He did, to be fair to him, he did mass up quite good. He did that kind of really big push. But I knew with those four castles I had, etc., that I could just sit kind of the HCA in between those castles and just absorb the damage, just kind of drain him down a bit. And then I managed to, as I mentioned, got my eco up going, etc. So I felt pretty good because I was sitting at a solid 200. So I knew I could just keep kind of start raiding him and push him forward. And when he lost a few of his four castles, it's quite damaging in the Lithuanians' war as well.
Right, so you win the Lithuanians war, and now it's starting to sink into people's mind that now Hamza may lose. And there's something sad about when Hamza loses a tournament, because to me it feels like it's just not the same. And here's a guy that always spends time doing 1v1s, right? Like that's his thing. And you don't want to see a guy who it's such a big part of his life. You don't want to see a guy go home.
Yeah.
And I think he was really, really cool about the GGs and really good sportsmanship. So
yeah, really
I don't
good
want to,
sportsmanship.
yeah, I don't want to say anything to him now because he probably feels like really bad. But the Korean War, which it was fun watching the Onager shots, but when you guys started watching Towers, that was going to start to like get to me a little bit. Not gonna lie, that triggered.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, he actually did really well. Like, he was denying a lot of my relics. Like every time I sent a monk up,
Yeah,
I
caught
would
some
like
of
be,
those.
yeah, I was like trying to micro and stuff, and then I look back and I'm like, why is the relic still sitting there? Then I realized in my fog of war, I could just see this small little blue of champions just running back and forth for me. He did really well. He had some good raids, etc. But I knew with like the kind of start I did with the heavy siege workshops, it can really like pay off in the Korean War. So I just knew I could do the forward push, secure that gold, and just, I mean, I don't really like making too many towers, but as we know, Koreans get good towers. And I just knew if I could secure that middle bit, he's going to be quite occupied. As we know, Koreans don't get good cavalry units. I mean, you could raid with hussars, but they're quite weak as well. And to be fair, my eco wasn't the best that game. I was quite late to get in food. That's why I transitioned into a lot of the Korean war wagons and just pumped out the siege onagers. But I think once he lost that hill outside of his base, because that's where all of his forward siege workshops were, I knew he was probably in a bit of trouble. But he was a very, very modest guy, like said some really nice things, etc. I think he was obviously a bit deflated, and understandably as well. I mean, it's just tough deathmatch at the end of the day. It's just really, I mean, you can have a bad start, your scout cannot get any villages, you can lose villages, and when you try and garrison, they can walk around the long way, you can lose them. So I have to give full credit to him as well, because he gave me a tough series. I was not relaxed at all in that series. At all.
Yeah,
So
you guys are in a tough group right now. I mean, you're with a bunch of DM killers with not only you and Hamza, but then also Lyrics and Favorite, who you saw in the first game as well. Unfortunately,
yeah.
you guys didn't get one of these overrated RMers to play against, which is kind of sad that some of you guys got to go get knocked out of the tournament. But this group of the bracket's definitely been one of the more fun ones to watch so far. After
Yes,
your
very
game with
fun.
Favorite, what were some things that you took away from the loss to Favorite that you tried to apply to this series?
Um, try and get a bit better starts. Obviously, that didn't go to plan in game one. I just thought, right, if I can just try and take a little bit of the map more, take a little bit of the gold, which are closer to me, try and do some raiding as well as much as possible, try and be more aggressive at the start. That's what I was trying to take away to see. Obviously, if they're focusing on my villagers at the start, then obviously I should be aggressive back because obviously their focus is on my base, so I should try and focus on theirs as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of things like you try and learn in deathmatch games, especially 1v1. There's so much to do, but I also wanted to try and get the relic. So, especially in that Mongols War, like I said, I think Favorite built monasteries really early because he knew how big the map was and he just sniped all the relics. So I was trying to obviously get a little bit better at getting early relics as well, and trying to get more stable eco and protect my base a bit better. So
And we want lyrics to lose, right? Because you don't want to touch favorite again, right? Until the next round,
I can't
right?
wait for
Like
that
in your
series.
mind, right? You want lyrics, right? You don't want favorite again, correct?
I think favorite lyrics is going to be a really good series, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how them two come to blows, etc. But what I could say, yeah, Hamza, very modest, very good opponent. I mean, he's no like he's sort of like when he's plays, you never know what you're going to get with him. Like after game one, where he stomped me, I was like, here we go. I was like, I'm just going to lose this 3-0, etc. I mean, that's full
Yeah.
credit to him because he's very aggressive, etc. So but yeah, all I can say is yeah, cheers guys for casting it and etc. Really enjoy your cast. Greeks very professional, and obviously Tommy, you as well being co-casting, great knowledge both of you. But yeah,
We
it
usually
was
don't
good.
we usually don't get accused of being professional, so
Yeah,
we appreciate
seriously.
the flattery, Puller. You're living
No.
up to your nice guy reputation right now.
Yeah, who put that on your cue card, huh?
But it was great to see other people streaming the games. Obviously, I've been very busy lately, so I feel a bit bad because there's some series I haven't been able to stream. But you guys have got a good schedule down. You're streaming, get people for interviews. You're just really on top with the DM World Cup for. So really appreciate
So,
what you guys are doing.
so we've had to cancel dates to try to accommodate you guys.
Ooh.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Wow.
All right, and I don't get many dates. All right, and like tonight to do Boomstick at 11 o'clock, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like girls are like, "Hey, Tommy, can you take me out tonight?" And I'm like, you know, hey, I can't.
That's
You know, one of the girls' names, her name was Gigi, like Gigi, right? And I
Yeah.
told her, "Can we do it another night?" And she pretty much told me, "GG."
Wow. So there you go. It's all happening. It's all popping off on big TV right now.
So yeah, speaking of tomorrow, I know Puller, you said you might have some things going on tomorrow. Are you gonna be able to stream any of these games? Because I haven't seen anybody claim the favorite lyrics series, which definitely needs to be
Um,
streamed. And then
I
also
know
freaking Andy and Zariab's going on tomorrow too, which is another banger. It's gonna happen.
I know Otter can't stream this weekend, so a lot of up to grab. So Greek, if you want to get dips on any,
So yeah,
go for it.
I'm doing a Yeti at 19 GMT, and I'm doing
Okay.
Hazy. I think Hazy's game's gonna be an hour before that as well.
Okay.
So I'm doing Hazy and Yeti, and so yeah, I don't think anybody has claimed freaking Andy and Zariab, and I don't think anybody's
Okay.
claimed favorite and lyrics. So if you're available tomorrow,
Cool.
please do that for the people. They
Sure.
definitely want to see
That
that.
sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. A lot of good series still to come, etc. So, but yeah,
Well, hey,
awesome.
congratulations! All you got to do is survive in advance. One more series here, and then you get to play in the big dance. So,
Yeah, well,
congratulations to
we
you
can
here,
dream.
Polar.
We can dream. But yeah, thank you for casting, etc. And yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. Thanks for having me as
No
always.
Hey,
problem,
thanks for
Poland.
coming on, Polar.
Okay.
Always good.
See you later, guys. Bye bye.
All right, Tommy, are we getting Hamza in for interview as well? Have you set that up yet?
I haven't reached out to him. If he's listening to the stream and he wants to come in, it's more than willing. I mean, I'll let me throw him the courtesy, but I don't want him judged if he doesn't want to come in. Let me see. Let me see where he is.
All right, everybody, stay tuned here for a little bit. We'll see if we can get Hamza in here. If not, we'll try to find another channel to raid. Sorry for the sound issues and the technical difficulties here. Again, still a noob streamer trying to work out all the ins and outs. So I think the sound, I turned the sound up a little bit too much in the game. I usually have it down, but let's see if we can fix that here. Excellent game.
So
That was fun to watch. That was good stuff. That's the kind of stuff that we definitely like to see. Two good players
that was a
being
great
aggressive,
series.
going at it. That was awesome.
Yep.
Awesome stuff.
I like I really do appreciate Hamza for not milking these games. You know what I mean? Like, there's an easy button for Staples. There should be a Hamza button for GG. You know, it's
I think
GG.
I think the difference is there's just some players that have played a lot, like Hamza. They know when it's like, all right, they know when there's just not a win condition for them. So,
Right.
so
Right.
I think that's what it is, just the experience. But yeah, if you're at the point where you're trying to scrap to survive and you're low on resources, maybe it's just time to reload and give yourself give yourself a chance in the next game rather than just tiring yourself out in a game that you're just not going to win.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally see that. And I like the fact though that he knows his limitations. You know, like it's like a weightlifter. Like, you know your body. You know when you need a spot. You know when you're not going to be able to lift the weight. So you're like, no, I can't. I'm not going to be able to lift that today. So it's really good. It makes it really fun to watch. And again, he came out really strong in the first game. I thought he was going to win the series the way he played, because I thought I thought that victory was much more sound than the Mongol victory where he GG'd out. So, you know, but that might be the best clip we have of the Onager shots.
I got to go back
right?
and find the recording of that and get that video going. Literally, did you see it live?
I saw part of it, I believe.
Yeah.
I want to see, but I saw part of it. And yeah, that was pretty good.
I just saw a bunch of dead bodies. So,
We'll-
any word from Hamza, Tommy? If not, we'll go ahead and end this broadcast.
No, I can't get in touch with him right now. So, yeah.
Well, everybody, I'm going to go ahead here. Let me pull up the schedule again. We have a million games going on tomorrow, so it's Sunday. You ain't got shit to do on a Sunday. Definitely come out and support some of these players, especially the DM guys. Take down some of these overrated RM players. Some of the games going on tomorrow. We got Backdy and Boomstick tonight, so let's go ahead and hype that one up. That one's definitely going to be on Greek TV. It's going to be at 11 p.m. Eastern time. It's 3 GMT. And then heavyweight matchup tomorrow, Freaking Andy versus Zariab. Doubt and Triple Bless, I guess, played this morning. I have no idea what the outcome of that is, so I'll try to find that and update that later in the stream tonight. And then, of course, Favorite versus Lyrics is going on tomorrow as well. Yeti and Leaf, which will be on Greek TV. Vinchester and Spring are going on tomorrow. Camerat and Wraith tomorrow. Hazy and Valles is going on tomorrow. Everybody keeps talking up this Valles guy, and I know Hazy's been out for blood, so I'm really excited for that series. That's going to be on Greek TV tomorrow. Otter and Kembre, we're going to try. We'll see. I might have something going on, but we'll see if we're going to be able to stream that one. That's going to be the last game of the night tomorrow. And then another heavyweight matchup tomorrow with classic DM guys, Major KD versus Improvise. Both these dudes are solid, been playing forever. And that one's pretty much Vegas has that one as a pick 'em as well. I don't know who's going to get the advantage of that one. I think I picked KD, but that matchup could honestly go either way. So good stuff, everybody. Again, if you haven't followed, throw me a follow. You get the notifications that pop up whenever the games are going on. And obviously, like I said, me and my buddy Carmine, we're gonna be ripping packs on the stream here soon. We got football, we got basketball, we got Pokemon cards, which are all hot right now. If you're a follower and a subscriber, you're gonna get a chance to get in the raffle and get some of that action. We'll ship those cards out to you, which is pretty fun. The card craze is huge now. Anything else you got for the public here, Tommy, before we sign off?
Carmine, remember me? We went to kindergarten together. What movie? Think it over. Let me know next stream.
Oh yeah, no one can sub to me yet. Oh yeah, I gotta figure that shit out. I just got the thing today that said I finally am eligible to become an affiliate. So hopefully by the stream tonight I'll have that shit figured out and we'll get it going. If you can't sub me yet, just go ahead and follow and we'll figure that out. So I think we got Mr. Planner AOE. I think he's a DM guy, so we'll go ahead and send the stream over there. Thank you again, everybody, for sticking around. And we'll try to make this raid happen here soon. Was that Was that a sound? Was that a fax machine in the background there, Tommy? What was that sound?
It's the only sound that gets my attention.
All right, have a good one, everybody.
GG's.